it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
Welcome back. Shout out to my sponsors. I appreciate you for everything you do, for always supporting us, supporting the platform, and making the platform grow. All right, so let's get into it. As you know, I'm still awake, so we're just gonna get into the stories because there's no time for Serene. Let's talk about Mama Folorunsho Alakija. All right, there's a report that came out a few days ago, and I did watch Auntie B's show on this topic as well. Billionaire divorced a lot. Folorunsho Alakija and her husband heading for Splitsville. I think this woman is damn near one of the top 3 richest women in Nigeria. But one thing that you might not be privy to is that the husband is probably just as rich. It's probably what they see on paper that they're reporting, and they're creating Forbes news around. So keep that at the back of your mind as we continue to talk about this. All right, but anyway, welcome back. Let's talk about this report on the wheel. Just gonna go ahead and read. Folorunsho Alakija and Modukwe separate March 10th after over 30 years of marital bliss, and just at the twilight of her marriage, former society matriarch turned minister of the gospel Folorunsho Alakija suffered a devastating marital crisis. According to very reliable sources close to the wheel, the mother of 4, who is also Nigeria's wealthiest woman, has allegedly separated from her husband Modukwe. The businessman allegedly no longer spends cold nights in the arms of his wife on their matrimonial bed in their highbrow Ikoyi, Lagos home. The couple were alleged to have been having frequent squabbles, which allegedly necessitated, let me get rid of that sound, all right, sorry about that, which allegedly necessitated the wealthy woman to demand utmost privacy in her home. All right, so they're painting this picture like she owns the home, and yeah, right. But again, what you see in the list of billionaires also have limitations. Sometimes it's just the wealth they're able to count on paper. Okay, but we don't know, right? Let's keep going here. So in the privacy of our home, but anyway, they're separated right now. That's the important information. He was forced to seek accommodation elsewhere. He allegedly lives alone within the same Ikoyi neighborhood, which means another home Ikoyi is a rich neighborhood, right? That's like the Beverly Hills of Nigeria, right? Or even top, but like beyond Beverly Hills, right? He was forced to seek accommodation elsewhere. He allegedly lives alone within the same. The calls and text messages to him seeking clarification went unanswered, of course. Sources reveal that it has not been smooth sailing for the couple these past few years, and they have allegedly been forced to put up a united front because of their status in the society. All right. This latest development is coming barely 5 months after the Wheel exclusively reported that the former fashion designer and founder of Famfa Oil Limited, an oil and gas exploration business, has allegedly been battling some health challenges, particularly with her eyes. Okay, she's also going through a lot in her health. Family and friends, that can put a dent on a marriage too. All right, that can help. It's not by itself, but it can help put a serious dent in a marriage. I think what a lot of people are wondering about is like, why so late? That was a question that I saw kept coming up on Auntie B show. Why so late? Why so late? I get it. Life can be rough on people, regardless of how rich you get. Money can only buy so far, right? Family and friends tried as much as they could to put a lid on it, just as they tried to with her current marital status. Okay, so that's in terms of the health challenges. Her health challenge became more pronounced when one of her sons tied the knot early last year, and very unlike the Alakijas of old, there was little or no noise about the marriage ceremony. During the wedding, The media was tactically controlled, and photographers were not allowed to take pictures arbitrarily, and anyone found doing so was asked to delete them. The planning of the wedding was on a need-to-know basis, and guests who got the invitation were well scrutinized. All right, so there's also another report that was when I was listening to the TV show, something about the husband, Mr. Modupe Alakija, is also had some recent situations with his membership with the Ikoyi Rotary Club or something like that, that he was engaged in some physical basketballs in public. So but another thing is that I've personally noticed that she took off her jewelries, earrings and stuff like that. She had like a drastic lifestyle change over the past few years, I think. And all of those things are pointing in the direction of some issues beyond just divorce, and if there was any kind of crack they had open in that marriage in the first place, health challenges, disagreements with regards to faith, all of that will put a dent in the relationship, and she might just. Another thing that we can also think about is the financial. It might just be a financial arrangement. You never know. There might be some kind of money they're trying to protect. When you get into that level of class in society, there are certain structurings that can happen randomly. And so how come they might have to file a public divorce paper to separate certain sectors or pockets of their finances? Maybe some people are coming for them. Who knows? We will never know until we get some kind of statement from them, which I don't think there's any kind of statement out directly from them. So we just don't know. And I'm saying that particularly because it's so late. I mean, they're 70 something years old. Like, she could literally buy whatever she wants without having to drag her name or her family's name through the mud. So there's definitely something deeper going on beyond just divorce as you and I would typically know it. This is not your typical divorce, or no. There's something else going on here. It could be spiritual. It might has a lot to do with the health challenges, but I think it's probably more like a spiritual, because for her to start taking earrings off and just going drastically changing her lifestyle, at least from what I could see, usually is because people are going through some kind of life crisis, and sometimes people get in the position where they're seeking answers. They're just looking for any answers from anywhere that it might come from, and sometimes God, sometimes their own version of God, sometimes Babalawo, they're looking for answers, and no matter how old they get, they can easily get stuck in that vicious cycle of always seeking answers. And unfortunately in life we will never have all the answers, and if a person cannot find peace in knowing that we will never find all the answers, they might not know peace. And I mean PEACE, okay? And of course that can create a division between her and her husband, and I don't know, but I don't think this is our typical situation. That's all I'm saying. There's more to this than meets the eyes. And squabbles, maybe, they might be having squabbles. What kind of squabble are you going to hear in that compound in Ikoyi? Maybe people close to them have seen arguments and stuff like that. You never know. But my main point today is that there's more to this, okay? There's definitely more to this story, because they're saying they no longer spend cold nights in the arms of his wife on their matrimonial bed. Like, that's just painting words. How do you know that, right? We don't know. All right, these are older folks. These are older folks. You know what they say, we should learn how to stay out of grown folks' business. Right, but this is in the public domain now, so we have to talk about it, and it's about marriage, and typically Nigerian couples, once they are getting past the 35-year mark, it's highly unlikely they will ever go through divorce, even if they're not really together in a romantic way. Like so two things that my mind is pointed to here: something spiritual, or some kind of financial structure where they had to file something in the courts, and that makes it a public record. Everybody have access to that, okay? Especially in Ikoyi, if they file any kind of paperwork in Ikoyi, there are spies that are always looking for things like that. If they see a name like Folorunsho Alakija, Alakija, I don't know. Help me. Put the army on it. If you can put the army on it in the put Alakija. Folorunsho Alakija, I think Alakija. I think I got. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah. So there's more to it, but my mind is really pointing in the direction of two things: financial or spiritual, but definitely not your typical divorce story where you like just. This is one of those cases where I would even say, yeah, stay out of grown folks' business. I doubt if we will ever find out anymore. He moved out. Who knows? He moved out to their second home in Ikoyi. Do they always use that place too before? I don't know. Anyway, if we find more, we'll let you know, okay? But don't look at this situation. This is not your typical situation. If you're an average person like the rest of us, this is not the stuff you want to worry about. But it's in the news, so there you have it. Let me know what your thoughts are. What do you think is happening? Do you think it has nothing to do with spiritual? You disagree with me, or you think so, or you have some context to add to it? Let me know what your thoughts are about this. Whatever it is, I'm curious. Okay. All right. I'll see you in the next 20 seconds. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. I'll see you in 20 seconds.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, welcome back. Let's talk about Draya. Do you know who Draya is? Let me see if I can find a quick picture. Oh, that's Draya right there. Okay, there's a report here on Draya on gossip.com. When you start looking at gossip, trust me, just trust me. Okay, I don't owe you any kind of shalaye. We do have a platform to run for business here, and as long as I'm bringing the value, what's the value? We need to extract relationship and life lessons. Okay, all right. But of course, when I Google her name, gossip comes up. Okay, so if it makes you feel good, let's get into the story. Why is she pregnant for a 22-year-old, the age of her son's age? Somebody the age mate of her son. She's 39 years old. Who is Draya? Let's talk about. Let me just go through this report really quickly. Shout out to gossip.com. Says the reality TV star. She's a reality TV star and mint swim entrepreneur. A model essentially, responded the way any 39-year-old professional bad bitch would, but to our Instagram stories, of course. Okay, so what are we talking about here? We'll see in a second. Let's just get through this. Okay, so I guess they have some more stories. She said, get comfortable being misunderstood. Only a fraction of people will be able to truly grasp your essence. You're not anyone else timeline comprehension. Wait, what? You're not on anyone else's timeline or comprehension. Also, it's none of your business how others choose to perceive you. Most High sees you clearly. Let that be. Let that be enough. What is she talking about?
We go explain. We got no evidence.
What are we talking about here? She got pregnant for a 22-year-old man. Okay. Somebody said, girl, okay. The post comes after Draya spent most of International Women's Day. By the way, happy International Women's Day if I haven't said that yet. Being called everything but a child of God. The 17-year age difference between Green and Draya. So there's a baller. His last name is Green apparently. 22-year-old coming fresh. Draya has gotten pregnant allegedly for this young child man. Anyway, the 17-year age difference between Green and Draya has been the topic of conversation since our announcement. Add that to the fact that the model's son is the same age as the baller. Oh no. The baller signed a $40.8 million Adidas deal in 2021 and let the dragging commence. Oh, now we're talking. There's $40 million on the line. The deal, not cash. Okay, this is something that sometimes they miss. But anyway, to be fair, Draya has never confirmed Green to be the father of her child. Okay, so she's never confirmed it, but she was known to be dating this young man, and people were already speculating that she might get pregnant. Maybe she had said something to that effect before. Who knows? However, Washington Wizards star Kyle Kuzma took it upon himself to let people know the deets. Wait, what? Men continue to wear the crown of being as messy as humanly possible. Meanwhile, Green has had nothing to say on the topic. That's the gentleman. Okay, we're gonna get out. I'll get the full name out. I'm just reading as we go. Okay. Green has had nothing to say on the topic, and Draya decided to turn the comments off on her original post. Oh, she did, huh? Because the Chelle is getting tired. That was probably for the best, as few have had anything kind to say about the model since she shared the news, and she took a bunch of pictures and all that kind of stuff, you know. Let me see if there's any more on Instagram here with regards to this craziness. Okay, it's messy. Oh, what's going on here? Hold on. Wait. Why are you doing this? Why are you running? Okay, let me use this one. Okay, so Draya Michelle is her name. That was probably for the best, as few have had anything kind to say about the model. Since she shared the news, she and the young basketball star were initially rumored to be an item after they were spotted together last year. Draya is already a mother to two sons, Nico, 21 years old, and Drew, 7 years old. Okay. All right. So let me see if I can find some other stuff here, because this is messy. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this, I saw the headline and I've seen some stuff around this from the past. Let me share this with you. Congrats, Draya Michelle reveals she's pregnant with a baby girl. Okay. All right, and the comments go on and on and on. You see people say, I'm 30 and I would scream if a 22-year-old tried to talk to me. Where is your mama, little boy? Okay. All right. Let me see here. And she posted this: Happy International Women's Day. As women, we navigate through so much. Anytime they start with as women, there's a chance, there's at least a 50% chance going to be a Chelle.
We go explain, because no evidence.
All right, they're about to justify some bullshit. Oftentimes, okay? I don't know what the number is, but oftentimes I've seen that when people say as women, yeah, if it's a modern woman type of situation, they're probably about to justify a bunch of nonsense. But let's see what she's talking about. Let me not prejudge her, because I'm reading it with you. Okay, we navigate through so much, often leading us to question, what is my purpose at the age of 39? It's possible, but you got pregnant. It's too late to be asking what's your purpose. You might want to see that pregnancy all the way through first. For me, the magic lies in motherhood and the awe-inspiring ability to bring life into this world over the span of 2 decades. All of that sounds cute. Where is she going with this? Because that sounds kumbaya so far. Let's keep going. All right. It's my superpower. And if anything can surpass the wonder of being a woman, is the privilege of bringing another woman into existence. Oh, another woman. She had 2 sons before. Okay. So they have the pink ribbon, right? We're overjoyed to share our love for you, little girl. I am excited to speak words to the daughter I never thought I'd have. We are anxious about your arrival, but take time. This world can be tough, but know you're being brought into a space of love, security, and adornment. 28 weeks, 7 months, coming May 2024. Girl, mom. Okay, all right. So there was a lot of speculation that she was already pregnant. Okay. Life, anything, life and death, I have to show the utmost respect. That's the ultimate right there, right? So that's good. But we're talking about the speculations long before she got pregnant, obviously before the baby, that she's dating a 22-year-old man, and there was a potential intentions that she's going to get pregnant for this young man who has not who is probably gonna have a hard time figuring out life over the next few years. But let's see how it goes. Somebody says our new name is R. Chelle. Jesus, that boy mom pissed. Oh God, the mom is pissed off. Besides the money, what and how can a 39-year-old relate to a 22-year-old? I'm really curious. Who knows? That boy is probably he probably had mommy issues. Who knows? I don't want to prejudge, okay? But this kind of things, it's not gonna last, okay? Keep in mind that I said that about a few other stories on this platform so far. And I don't want to predict doom, but we're talking about relationships and how you can prevent yourself from falling heads over heels with nonsense. Okay, all right. Some things you can just see where it's going. Like it's not gonna be, it's not good. Okay. Now the point I really want to extract from this, okay, is that when you entertain small worry, you will see in the next story. The same thing is also applicable. When you entertain small worry, don't be surprised when the next person take the worry up to the next level for you. Okay. A few years ago, we all celebrated feminism, right? Equality for women. But now, these days, we're separating from in society, equal rights in workplace, in society, from when it comes to romantic relationships, in which case you need some kind of structure and some roles need to be defined, because we have a lot of people moving mad. Because when you allow them small room for worry, small, like just in a good spirit, right, they will bring the worry to another level, right? Case in point, it's my body, I can do whatever I want with it. That small worry, it's little small worry in there, right? Even me as a man, I dare not say that. There's a way I need to move in society that the young men are looking at directly or indirectly, and I have to hold myself responsible and accountable to a lot of extent with how I move, because I might be able to control it. The next young men coming from behind might not be able to, and they can end up affecting my children after the fact in the same society. So we have to be a little bit more responsible with that. My body is my body. I do what I want. That attitude right there, as cute as it sounds, as much as I want to allow people to be themselves, we gotta apply small wisdom. We have to know at some point that there's nothing that's absolutely good or absolutely bad. So some kind of balance is going to be necessary. So how is that related to this situation? Well, you can't tell her what to do. Okay, so if this sounds like a worry to you, welcome to the world of the 24th century. As we move into more progressive world, you're going to see more madness, or what you might consider madness. Do I consider this madness? I don't think there's any type of relationship, romantic relationship, that's set up for long term that can happen between a 39-year-old woman and a 22-year-old. No, it just doesn't exist. Okay, nothing good is going to come out of it outside of course, the beautiful bundle, the child. And what that means is that child is going to collect, unfortunately, woto, as they drag themselves through the mud in a few years, when they start dragging through divorce court and child support court. They for sure will collect.
Sorry.
But guess who's going to be in the middle of all that? The child. No, I'm not predicting it. We've seen enough historical data to say this is what's going to happen. And if I'm wrong, it's okay. That will be the exception. But we can't keep sitting around and encouraging people to I'm just going to do me. No, you can't do that in marriage, in relationships, and anything that has to do with bringing children into this world. We need to be careful as we move forward. What are your thoughts about this? What do you think about a 39-year-old Draya, okay, getting with this 22-year-old man who is just starting his life? He just happened to have a $40 million deal. That $40 million deal is nothing. It's a deal, okay? He has no idea what to do with that kind of status. That's probably how he got in the same room with this lady in the first place, and that's probably why he's now being trapped. Somebody said lock that youngin into a 18-year multi-million-dollar contract. So who's in charge when she leaves the house? Her son or boyfriend. In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equal important groups: the police, who investigate crime, and the district attorneys, who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories. Jesus. Robert De Niro had a baby last month, and y'all said congratulations. You see comparison, okay? That's comparison in the you know what, right? Yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. I'll be back in 20 seconds.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, welcome back. Let's talk about Andrew Tate finally going home. This is another Andrew Tate story. Arrested and prepped for extradition. Drama. Let's talk about this really quickly. This is their lawyer. What is he saying? Let me see if he's saying anything.
Is from UK.
I'm not sure if this is recent. This might be from last time. He's arrested again. Let's see what.
As far as I know, since yesterday we have a warrant submitted by the authorities from UK. In January, we have today. We will put in discussion in the court.
They have a warrant from the UK. You know, it's in Romania. It's under house arrest, I think, in Romania. And yeah, if you haven't been following it, we have some other videos we've done about Andrew Tate. I'll bring you up to speed in a second.
The appeal court of Bucharest, if Romanian authorities will accept this warrant or not. At this moment, we don't think that is any opportunity, legal opportunity, to execute this warrant regarding the fact that they have already a trial in.
All right, so they don't know, he doesn't know. There's a warrant coming from UK to extradite both of them back to UK on similar charges of, we're going to read that. Let's read it so I don't misquote. You can see the report here. It says Andrew Tate. Okay, let me put this up so you guys can see who we're talking about, just so you can put some face to it. I always like to do that. Let's see. All right. Yay. All right, that's Andrew Tate right there, just in case you're wondering. So let's put some face to it. All right. Andrew Tate. This is fresh news, by the way. Fresh off the press. Andrew Tate, the self-described misogynist influencer. There you have it right there. Somebody is self-described misogynist. There's tons of recording of him calling himself. He tried to pull it back after he got arrested, but it's too late. He's gonna be dragged woto in this mud. Okay, it's too late. Go and watch some of my previous videos on Andrew Tate. Right, young man, listen to me carefully. If you stumble into this video is for you. Okay, the self-described misogynist influencer, the fact that he described himself, that tells you, if you're in the right state of mind, that tells you all you need to know. Okay, no, it's just being sarcastic. You're stupid. Okay, no, you're not stupid. That's a stupid idea. It's just been sarcastic because they kept calling him that anyway. No, this is the real world. All right, if he called himself that, there's a reason. They've been calling him that for the longest. He decided to try to own it. He thought he had enough to back himself up, but now he's been dragged through this. And you know, when they drag you, the powers that be, when they drag you, you know, the Matrix, yeah, they're not gonna take that foot off your neck until you give up. Who's to blame for that? Honestly, I don't know. You know, should we blame the Matrix? Who's the Matrix? Sometimes your worst demon is yourself. Let's keep going. He will be extradited to Britain. He'll be extradited to Britain after all legal proceedings in Romania have concluded. A Romania court ruled Tuesday. Okay, so the extradition order, the arrest warrant is standing. but he has to finish all the cases he has going on, similar cases in Romania first. Okay, the Bucharest Court of Appeal on Tuesday approved an arrest warrant by British authorities to extradite Tate, 37, and his brother Tristan Tate, 35. The Romania court also ruled that the two brothers should be immediately released from detention. Okay, so they're going to actually release them back into their house arrest, right? The Tate brothers were detained Monday evening on Romania after a British police force secured a European arrest warrant. The arrest warrant stems from charges in Britain that include allegations of sexual aggression from 2012 through 2015. It's hunting them down almost 10 years later, according to the statement from the Tate brothers. Okay, so even if they've changed their lives, right? He's changed his life. He's tried to become a Muslim, a devout Muslim brother in the last 1 or 2 years. And I think it's because his life was chasing after him. His past was chasing after him. But how late is it right now? Anyway, asked about the case, the spokesperson for Bedfordshire Police said that as part of an ongoing investigation into allegations of the R word, the fruit grape, and human trafficking, Bedfordshire Police has obtained an arrest warrant for 2 men in their 30s. Okay, while we're talking about this, we're supposed to be talking about life and relationships. I'll tell you in a second. Okay, a lot of young men and some older men, some older frog men trying to figure out life has fell into the trap of the inspirational messages, very toxic inspirational messages that came from this man some few years back. They've tried to clean up, but I'm not sure if it's catching up. Okay, enough. Okay. He at one point he said it's not red pill, but the rhetoric is red pill. At one point he was selling programs to some of these vulnerable young men that will promise them to make money, and many of them fell for it, because again, that's what the devil uses, vulnerability. Okay, but you don't want to be vulnerable, but yet you're vulnerable. We are working with authorities in Romania as part of this investigation. In a separate case, Andrew Tate was arrested in Romania with his brother. This is the backstory. In December 2022, so it's a little bit over a year now, on charges of, he was in detention for 9 months, I think, on charges of the R word and human trafficking. He was released from house arrest last August after months in detention. All right. There's an article here. We'll see if we need to read that in a second. The brothers, as well as 2 Romania female suspects, also accused of running a trafficking ring. Trafficking simply means you are paying for flights for young girls to cross state lines, country lines, and there's proof to say that, hey, these people are underage, or against their will. Yeah, it's a lot of craziness. That lifestyle will get you in trouble, especially if you're running your mouth on the internet. We've had Kanye West on this platform. We've had Andrew Tate on this platform. We've had Emeka Ike on this platform. Even Yul Edochie on this platform. Don't get it twisted, okay? As men in society, if you don't know what you're doing, you better watch your mouth. In this world, we have to watch our mouth. It's always been that way. It's just that context obviously is changing and evolving, and you have to pay attention. So there's something called social intelligence. There's something called read the room. So you just want to speak the truth? Well, the truth, your truth is your reality, the results you are creating. So I don't know, but from the get-go, from the beginning, this has never looked good, even before he was arrested. Okay. How do I know? Because it's misleading. It's misleading to young men. If it's misleading to young men, you're going to have a lot of people, young people walking around the streets that are already vulnerable, hurt themselves, hurt women, hurt children, hurt other people in the society that are also vulnerable, because hurt people hurt people. The mouth is a powerful weapon. You have to watch it. You can't say I'm just speaking the truth and just run your mouth. That's not how that works. Life has never worked that way. I don't care if you're in 2024 or in 1924. Life had never worked that way. Of course, what it looks like on the surface is evolving. It's your responsibility, especially as men, to pay attention to how it's evolving. It has nothing to do with right and wrong. I know you're stuck with that's just the right thing. No, it has nothing to do with that. Okay, the fact that you're a human being, you're already privileged in certain respect, with respect to certain outlook, so you can't really complain. Okay, I'm sorry. You're responsible for how you show up in this marketplace, particularly from a social and emotional standpoint. And if you're not aware of that, well, there you have it. You create the result you create. Are you right? Maybe, maybe not. I promise you, if you speak to somebody who think the way you think, they'll probably will acknowledge that you're right.
You're right.
I personally think you're wrong, but who am I? I'm just reporting. That's all. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going. Hopefully, you can get some lesson just from the insights. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but just gain some insights. Okay. Rethink what you consider to be the truth. Right? Is it your truth or the truth? Right? Is it the limitation of your outlook on life, which is a function of your way of thinking, your personality, what you've been exposed to, right? Your hurt, your past hurts in the past, the way you were raised. There's about 2,000 other signals. You better pay attention. It's not just going to be as simple as black and white or right and wrong. Guaranteed. Let's keep going. Romanian prosecutors had indicted them in June, referring the case for trial. They denied charges. Okay, this investigation is going on, I guess. They were required to remain in the country as that case proceeds and to report regularly to a police station according to a judicial ruling. All right. Tuesday's statement from the Tate brothers said they rejected the UK charges and expressed profound disappointment that such serious allegations are being resurrected without substantial new evidence. Listen, in the Western world, they don't wake up stuff like that. They're like, this is not Nigeria, where they just throw cases at you and then when they will be dismissed. This is not a Shibura case, okay? Where a whole president or administration will throw cases that have no standing. This is not Nigeria. If they have substantial stuff, if they are putting this out there, just so you know, they do, okay? But we'll wait for it. We'll find out, okay? The Matrix is after him again. The service did not immediately respond to a request for comment early Tuesday. Andrew Tate faced a number of sexual assault allegations in the UK, where he and his brother had run an adult webcam business before moving to Romania. So he ran adult webcam business. That has too close proximity to the charges. Even if you didn't commit those charges, there are activities around those type of lifestyle, especially the way you run your mouth, especially when you've used your mouth to say you did some things to women. There are videos out there, okay? Oh, we're just joking around. Yeah, no. Now you have to prove that, okay? Sadly, you have to prove that. McHugh Jury and Partners, a London-based law firm, said it was representing 4 British women who accused Andrew Tate of the R word and serious physical and sexual assault during the same period as the charges in the warrant. It said in a statement Tuesday that he had urged British police to immediately seek a warrant for Tate's detention and extradition after concerns that he may try to flee Romania. Tuesday's news is very welcome, as it had been a significant concern to many that Tate would seek to avoid justice in Romania and abroad. Said, so this is a way for them to nail them. Absolutely. So again, as he would like to say himself, this is essentially the Matrix coming for him. I don't disagree, it's the Matrix. If you know how the Matrix works, you would have never run your mouth in close proximity to running such an operation, whatever you want to call it, adult webcam. And then, listen, there were a lot of girls around this guy, okay? Eugene, a lawyer representing the Tate brothers, said in a statement, "We appreciate the Bucharest Court of Appeal's decision to postpone the extradition of Andrew and Tristan Tate. This ruling provides an opportunity for the brothers to participate fully in their defense and for the legal process to proceed in a transparent manner." The lawyer also said they unequivocally deny any accusations that Andrew and Tristan Tate intends to abscond from Romania to evade judicial proceedings. All right. This is going to be rough for them. Okay. Andrew Tate, a former kickboxer who built an online persona around hyper masculinity. Anything hyper masculinity is not masculine, okay? That's precisely feminine, and drew millions of followers. Has dual British and American citizenship. Tate was raised in the United States but moved to Bedfordshire, England after his parents divorced. He has said that people he has said that people who have been a victim of the R word, the one that rhymes with the fruit grape, bear some responsibility. That's an oxymoron in English language. And that women are the property of their husbands, and has been banned from several social media platforms over misogynist remarks. Fans have called him the king of toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity is feminine. Get that in your skull, okay? The 2022 trafficking case against him in Romania was triggered when the US Embassy in Bucharest tipped off Romania police that an American citizen was being held against her will in a property belonging to the Tate. Tate has portrayed the investigation as an attempt to curb his influence. All right. Why do you have that influence? They need to be able to trace that to organic, non-inflammatory remarks and any type of physical hurt or anything like that. Or obviously this is a while back, but we shall see how this goes. But let me know what your thoughts are. What do you think about this? If you're a fan of Andrew Tate, I want to hear your thoughts on this, because I think we can have a conversation, rub minds together, maybe come up with some kind of new wisdom, because I've heard him say something that makes sense, But let's get into it. Let's have a conversation around this. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you are notified whenever we go live. I'll be back in 20 seconds.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, welcome back. Yul Edochie denies polygamy. Is the Nollywood star confused? Is he confused? Is it confusion? Recall that I covered this story from the very, very beginning. Yul Edochie was a fine Nigerian actor who has lost his way, as predicted from the beginning when I started covering this story. He came out, announced that he had a new son with his side chick. I can't judge him for that. I don't know what he went through in his marriage. I don't know. You don't know. Stop the cap. However, he impregnated a side chick. He committed adultery, and then he tried to flip it into polygamy. All right. So if you remember, tell me in the chat when I said this guy is not a polygamist. Hey, this guy is a mumu man.
You are a mumu man.
He's not a polygamist. Could it work?
It didn't work.
It's not going to work, right? But anyway, unfortunately, he lost a 15-16-year-old son in the middle of all that drama. We had some of us say, hey, it's just skits. This guy is just trying to get some clout. I said, remind me the last time you saw a celebrity try to get some clout, and then they tell you it was all a lie. There's a high chance you can't remember one. It's not like they don't exist, but you can't remember anyone right now because it's not that common. It's just not that common. All right. So anyway, let's talk about Yul. Let's talk about Yul really quickly. There's a report here on the Wheel, and let's dig in through this report on the Wheel on March 11th. Okay. March 11th, Nollywood actor Yul Edochie has claimed not to be married to Judith Austin. Wait, what? He's not married? They're not married? I thought they're married. Somebody even came on this platform. Listen, I don't follow it all the way like that. Somebody came on this platform and said he has paid the bride price. That's considered marriage. Okay, I said, I've heard. Okay, but with his own mouth, okay, there's this report saying that he allegedly denied. He has claimed not to be married to Judy Austin, his supposed second wife and mother of one of his sons. Well, they have 2 children together now, allegedly, so far. So there's actually children involved already. He says the relationship between them is all about skit making and maintains there is no legal recognized union between them. Well, legal recognized union, okay? Now, one of the mistakes that many people make, many smart, intelligent, pragmatic, scientific, exact science type of people make is that they forget that the judges at the court, the lawyers, the legal practitioners, they forget they are human and their emotions will sneak in small. None of this, legalities, laws are not exact science. They are subject to interpretations by human beings like you, and they will have to basically make some judgment, declarations, decisions off of their discretion. Am I lying? Those of you that are lawyers, tell me if I'm lying. Please correct me, because there's a good chance that I don't know what I'm talking about, because I'm not a lawyer. Okay, that's why there's a good chance. Okay, but correct me. Let me know what your thoughts are. He says the relationship between them is all skit making. His estranged wife May's legal team, headed by Emeka Ngoye of Due Process Advocates, in a statement and video address, revealed that the 42-year-old made this claim in his court filing. May had filed for divorce in August 2023, with details of the court proceedings being kept hush. Ngoye said, let me put their faces here for you so you guys can know what we're talking about. Yul Edochie, May Edochie. Okay. Judy. All right, so we can put some faces to what we're talking about. All right, this guy is on different. Now he's giving us lots of content. That's a fact. We can't deny that. Can't deny it. All right, and lots of views on this platform. That's the person we're talking about. All right, let's continue. Where is it? Okay, there you go. May had filed for divorce in 2023. Ogunye said an ongoing case at the Federal Court, High Court, Abuja, slated for a hearing 5th of March, faced an unexpected setback as the court session did not proceed, a circumstance Yul and Judy claimed credit for. In light of this, Ngoye, who had initially kept the case details, okay. Anyway, you get the gist. You've already gotten the gist. There's no need for me to stretch that beyond what it needs to be, okay? Let me see. There's a video floating around, I think. I hope I saved it. Let's see. Okay, yeah, there's a video. Let me play this for you guys, so you guys can just be entertained as we round up, okay? Actress Judy Austin hails Yul Edochie hours after May's lawyer reviewed Yul denied marrying her, claiming they're just skit makers. Let me know what your thoughts are.
Isimili Jakarta Conference. Esedike one. Isimili Jakarta. Isimili Jakarta Conference. All right. If your woman does not hail you like this, no grief for her. Okay. All right. So they are skit makers. What are your thoughts about this? Let me know what your thoughts are about this. Okay. Am I right or am I right? Is he a polygamist or a monogamist? A serial monogamist? A terrible monogamist at that? What are your thoughts? Share your thoughts with me in the comment area. This has been enlightening. You know I'll be back again. You know that, right? So do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. I'll see you 20 seconds. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, peace.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.